You want to transform your business, but how do you ensure your innovations succeed? In this video, we'll explain tools that execs can use for innovation and transformation the right way, including an innovation ambition matrix, the Kubler-Ross change model curve, a Scamper mind map, maturity assessment scoreboards, and the Phasegate process, all of which you can download and customize with the link in the description. Real quick, for those of you who don't know us, we analyze business frameworks and summarize business books to stay on top of the latest business strategies. Innovation isn't only about technology or products. Massive company-wide efforts can affect other internal processes that aren't obvious from the naked eye. To avoid tunnel vision focused on an end goal, these tools help execs consider how potential changes impact their workforce, workflows, and processes, in addition to services and products. It's helpful to think of transformation as an iterative process that joins together internal and external efforts. For instance, you could develop an idea for an innovation, but throughout the development process, the idea will change. This new idea will then change the workflow, and then the workflow will change to fit the new idea. In this way, the tools in this framework are meant to help execs take the right actions to successfully carry out the right ideas. When a business begins the innovation process, it needs to start with a target goal or big idea. So how do you know what ideas to undertake and how many resources to allocate to each? Facebook has been around for 17 years and is known primarily as a social media platform. Over these years, additional products and services have been rolled out like Facebook Messenger, Marketplace, or even Facebook Dating. However, after a wave of controversy earlier this year, CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced the company would rebrand to Meta and focus its company on pursuing the creation of the metaverse. Why? Before we answer that, an innovation ambition matrix details the 3 levels of innovation a company goes through. These 3 stages are assessed based on where to play, i.e. if the innovation will play out in existing markets or explore new ones, and how to win, which covers the strategy either to utilize existing products and assets or develop new ones. Core innovations are any changes a company undertakes to optimize what it already offers. This would be adjustments to core services, customers, and products. For example, Facebook started out with core product innovations as it attempted to optimize its original platform with groups and pages, third-party integrations, and advertiser tools. Adjacent transformations are expansions from existing business into new ones. In Facebook's case, this would be an effort like the acquisition of Instagram or WhatsApp. Transformational changes are an effort to develop breakthrough products in an entirely new market. In Facebook's case, this is Meta. CEO Mark Zuckerberg wants to be the first to a new market and tackle it at scale, with the new products they are developing like Project Cambria, set to launch next year, and Reskin, which enables super precise touch movements via a new fabric. Allocation and ROI for transformational changes are both high. Ideally, you want to achieve an allocation of resources with the highest ROI. In some cases, in order to get a high ROI, you need to invest a lot. For instance, Meta will spend $10 billion next year and double its workforce to 20,000 engineers as part of the metaverse rebrand. Mark Zuckerberg believes that by the end of this decade, if not by 2025, VR tech could be better for almost every use case than phones and laptops, and it's a bet worth taking. If Facebook can control the entry points into this new market, the ROI could be very fruitful. Despite the company's 3 billion users across all of its social platforms, it doesn't control the entry points to access its apps and has begun to feud with Apple over new privacy controls for its app ecosystem. If Meta can beat Apple's own VR headset, which is expected to be released in late 2022, then it has a chance to control this new medium, if it ever truly takes off. By the way, to make sure you're on the right track to develop the right idea and not allocating all your resources for zero return, we have an idea evaluation canvas also provided in this framework to assess your concept for great market potential and complement your strategic goals. Just check out the link in the description for more. Okay, now that you have a plan on how to innovate, you'll need strong managerial leadership to guide your team through this period of transition. Change management is hard. Most recently, big tech companies like Apple and Google have struggled to manage the change to remote work and have feuded publicly with their employees over expectations about what days they will have to return to the office and what days they can work from home. Apple wants employees to come in on specific days with a minimum of 3 days per week, while many employees want to fight for flexibility and autonomy. The Kubler-Ross change model curve is useful for execs as their teams undergo periods of transformation like tech companies and remote work. Psychiatrist Kubler-Ross developed this curve to highlight the emotional stages everyone goes through when met with a new challenge. It explores the human psychology of change more in depth than your typical change management curve, as each stage covers specific human emotions. Even if changes are rational and realistic, this curve explains how the human element of stakeholders involved can still disrupt the innovation process. The initial shock, denial, and frustration around the change will inevitably lead to a depressive slump in productivity and morale. If transformation in the change process is managed successfully, it will create alignment between teams, optimize communication between stakeholders, develop the right capability to share knowledge, and spark innovation. Now that you've managed the transition of a new innovation, how do you maintain a culture of innovation? The robotics company Boston Dynamics has produced and developed dynamic robots like these for over 30 years. The company, founded by Mark Raber, was originally an offshoot from his work at MIT and Carnegie Mellon, and has been owned by multiple parent companies including Google, SoftBank, and now Hyundai. In addition to its clever PR videos, Boston Dynamics has continuously improved and innovated its robotic technology over the years, and its Spot and Stretch are the closest to commercial its robots have ever been. To develop your own perpetual innovations, Scamper is a free-flowing mind map that execs can use as an ideation method to facilitate continuous improvement. To use Scamper, take an existing product or service and ask a series of brainstorm questions in the following order. What materials, process, rules, product, or integration could be substituted to improve this product? What would happen if you combine this product with another idea or with another objective? How could you modify this product to maximize its value or minimize costs? Could you eliminate, simplify, or streamline this product or its features? Scamper is useful for core ideation and to find creative solutions to unusual products, and continuously improve, iterate, and innovate across your entire business. Your business now has a culture of continuous innovation. How do you assess what areas need further improvement? Digital transformation has been a major goal for many legacy businesses as the world has increasingly gone online. Two areas you might not think of first when it comes to digital transformation: sports and beer. Anheuser-Busch, who owns Budweiser as well as other brands like Stella and Corona, established a research center for this purpose. Developments at the digital R&D department led to low-alcohol canned wine, a beer delivery app, and a beer vending machine that collectively have made over $1 billion in sales. Another company, the San Francisco 49ers, had its own digital transformation with a new venue management platform to help the team visualize data to improve all operations across cashiers to clogged toilets. A maturity assessment scoring chart can be used by execs to score their digital maturity. After you complete a series of questions across customer experience, workplace, and information technology, review your scores to discover your relative strengths and weaknesses. In this example, the company's IT infrastructure is rated high, which means resources don't need to be allocated there. This could be a forte to use to your advantage. By contrast, the digital maturity of operations is low, which means you could use this assessment to dedicate resources to improve that area. This could be what the 49ers concluded, which led to the development of their venue management platform. You should now have a pretty clear view on the concepts behind business innovation and transformation. So how do you execute and implement these tools? The Phasegate process is a tool that large companies rely on to execute their own innovations. It's an operational roadmap to move innovation from concept to launch. For instance, the company Lego uses Stagegate as its core development process to develop new innovative products, expanding from plastic blocks into video games and movies, as well as robotics, and now sustainable research and development for bioplastics as part of a $400 million new effort. To use the Phasegate framework, follow the process outlined on the slide to take any innovation and transformation from ideation to launch. Between each phase, key milestones have to be hit to validate central priorities. Then, a decision is posed to either move forward or stay by the team manager. Once you pass through your business case and validate stages, you can enter the back-end phases that are all about development and launch. Implement this successfully to turn any idea into reality, or save countless headaches developing something all the way to production that shouldn't have even made it past the first phase. For more tools on innovation and transformation, check out the link in the description. You'll gain additional insights and tools like an innovation canvas, idea evaluation, execution framework, innovation value chain assessment, and customer journey canvases, which you can customize to your needs. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, you can gain more business frameworks and book summaries from our library. Just check out the link in the description for more.